Hi, my name is Julie Love. Today I want to talk about 10 stocks that I really recommend and one mutual fund I really recommend. So I have been trading stocks since 2004 5. My first introduction to stocks, the trading was when I was working at Starbucks part-time, and Starbucks had incentive of getting the stocks cheaper than the market price, and I was putting 10% of my paycheck to buy Starbucks stocks, and I had no idea about my colleague at that time recommended to buy Starbucks stocks as an incentive program because he said he made some money and I had no idea. But I went to Fidelity, and then I started to have the brokerage account. Whenever I got the Starbucks share, I really wasn't thinking about it, nothing about it. But I accumulated to about 100 stocks after 2-3 years working at Starbucks part-time. And then when I purchased my first home with my first husband, which I already divorced on him ago, but anyways, I made about $5,000. But because the first time I bought the share was like $30 and it grew to $60. So that was my first introduction to trading stocks, and it was just Starbucks. So then eventually I started to buy a little bit more, like different stocks, and then researched. And I don't do options, but I just do like long-term trade. And recently, so I bought like Cheesecake Factory, Whole Foods, and Microsoft in the past, but for the past 2-3 years that I have been managing 3 accounts, one my individual account and individual brokerage account, and then 2 custodial account. I have 2 children, I'm single mom too, and then I'm managing their custodial account. So good thing about custodial account is anybody who is under 18 that you can open an account. The parents can open an account for them, and parents the guardian. My daughter started her custodial account since 6 months old, and my son maybe like 3 or 4. And then I always discuss the analysis with my son, especially, and then he's like really understanding the stock market, which is really great. So anyways, the custodial account, the good thing about it is they have kids tax calculation that basically when you have gain, they said up to $2,000 you don't have to pay tax. So maybe at the end of the year, before the end of the year, you can cash in $2,000 gain, and then you don't get taxed. But over the $2,000, you get taxed as an adult, like an individual account, which is about 15%. And you can get 1099 and then give it to your accountant at the end. But anyways, so if you do like $2,000 gain and then cash into your checking account, and then the next year you do the same thing, and then vice so and so, and you won't get taxed for the custodial account gain. So that's one good thing about it. And then also I think it's for kids, it's great to be aware of like what's going on in the economy. So for instance, I was having a discussion with my son. He's like 9, 10. But when the pandemic hit on February 18th this year, the stock really went down. But I told him to not worry too much because it's economy and then the social thing. But then when everything kind of calms down, that it's gonna go up, and it went up, and it went up more than what we dipped. But anyway, so I told him the overall ascending line is more important than dips, even like a few $1,000s here and there. At the end of the day, if you have a good portfolio, that it won't affect way too much. That's what I believe, and especially when you are managing custodial account and long term investment, it shouldn't really affect as long as you have good analysis and a good portfolio. So today I want to tell you about 10 stocks that I really love, and then that I am investing, and I am really investing in like 2 to 3 terms. Some of them like I bought recently, but I just want to show you the analysis that I have. So first of all, the one that I really like, dividend stocks. And out of 10 stocks that I have and manage, I have about 5 of them are dividend stocks. And I didn't know much about dividend stocks until later, when after I got kind of serious about researching. So I wish that all my portfolio has about all the dividend stocks, but unfortunately some of them not. So the first one that I recommend, I don't have like a caption. I don't know how to do like fancy stuff, but I hope you can remember it, and I'll repeat it a couple of times. So Apple, it's AAPL. The symbol is AAPL. So Apple, when we bought it, it was about $45, and then it went up to 117, so it grew about 160%. And then it has a dividend of like 0.77%, and then $1.20. So it's very promising. And then Apple is rated 99.5 bullish. So it's really good stocks to own. And then obviously iPhone and computers and like Mac and everything that people are owning it. So again, it's the equity summary score from, according to Fidelity, the equity summary score is 9.5. It's very bullish. So I highly recommend getting some Apple stock when you have a chance. And the next one that I recommend is Google. And the Google symbol is GOOGL, just like Google but without the E. And then the Google is right now 1736, like today, 2020, November 22nd. But anyways, so we got this Google stock share for 1,053, so it grew. I'm sorry, I don't remember like when we bought it, but it grew like 64%. And then the equity summary score is 5.7. It's neutral, but it's promising. It's not a dividend stock, but obviously like Google is giant company. We all use, like a lot of people use Gmail and Google Classroom, Google Meets these days, and overall it's a strong company. So the analysis that I have, Google right now, again, it's strong company. And when you go to the Fidelity, you can see the company analysis, and then the company research, that is very helpful. And it says right now, there's no dividend, but about 118,000 people work for the Google. Again, the symbol is GOOGL, and it's based in Mountain View, California. It's very promising. There's a dip, obviously, during the pandemic, but it went up. So again, this economy, and then the pandemic it affected everybody, but now it's really going up. So don't worry about it. I would definitely highly recommend buying Google. And again, GOOGL. So the next one that I really like, actually, is Disney. So Disney is it's not a dividend stock, but obviously Disney Channel and then Disney product that it's going well. And when we bought it, it was 141, but right now it's 116, but right now it's 141. So it's about 20% of gain, but it's promising. It's the neutral, right now it's neutral 5.7 rated, but it's good to have Disney. And we only have few, like all of the stock that we have is not like many, but it's good to have. So again, it's neutral, according to the equity summary score. And then again, Disney, let me see, the company research highlights, it says it's about 251 billion market capitalization, and it's based on Burbank, California, and it's about 223,000 employees. So it's definitely promising. And next one that I have is Facebook. So Facebook symbol is FB, FB, easy, Facebook, FB. So FB, the Facebook, is right now it's bullish. It's 8.6. It was 100 when we bought it when it was $171, but now it's $269 per share, and it grew 57% gain. So it's definitely promising. And then Facebook, obviously, like we all use Facebook, it's very popular, and then I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. And I think so many people can't live without Facebook. So anyways, so the company research, it shows it's $768 billion company right now, and then it's a market capitalization, and then about 44,000, almost 45,000 employees. It's not dividend stock, so you don't get dividend, but at the same time, it's definitely promising. And then the volume is so huge that I think it's trillion. So many make million. No, it's not million. But anyways, like maybe trillion. It's so much share outstanding. And the average 10 days volume is 16 million like shares. So it's crazy a lot of the shares, and then I think it's worth owning the Facebook stock. But the next one is Microsoft, and the Microsoft is MSFT. So MSFT, Microsoft, is dividend stock. So dividend stock is 1.06%, and then about 0.56 cents. So 56 cents. Now we got it when it was $67, but now it's $210, and then it gained since the time that we bought, it gained about 213%. So it's rated bullish for 8.9. So 8.9 is pretty high, and it's really promising. I know Microsoft, like, a lot of people own that, and then the volume is obviously high. But anyways, it's promising, good to have. So that's one of the stock that we have, bullish, the equity summary score, and then the company right now, I can't even know, it says 1591 billion, so is that trillion? So then the dividend is 1.06, and then 56 cents. So anyways, so that's Microsoft, MSFT. Now, next one I have is Match Group. I love Match Group. So I'm sure you know Tinder, Hinge, Match.com, Plenty of Fish. These are the dating sites. And then we got it when it was like $15, 15.84, but now it's 130.57. So it grew 724% gain. It's huge jump, and every day Match Group is growing. So Match symbol is MTCH. So Match Group is MTCH, and then Match Group, it got merged in June, and then it was really interesting because the Fidelity sent the information that I think I ate here. So Match Group we were notified that it's gonna get merged by different companies, so we had an option to cash it out or keep it. We only had like maybe 10. I wish I bought like thousands of them. Oh my gosh, I would be so rich right now. But I only got 10. But still, it's great to own Match Group. So when it merged, and then the people who kept the stock after the merge of the company, they gave us $3 per share as the loyalty bonus, which I again wished I bought like 10,000 stocks that made me shares, but I didn't. I only had 10. But anyways, it's great to have. Again, Match Group is MTCH. There is no rating from Fidelity, and this is not a dividend stock, so there's no dividend, but Match Group is hot stocks. And then again, a lot of people use like dating app, and then they are developing different apps, so it's really great company to buy. So it's $34 billion right now, and then about 8,700 people work there. And again, there is no dividend stock, but it's about 265,000, almost 266,000 share outstanding. So it's really great company to own. Another one is Netflix, and Netflix symbol is NFLX. So Netflix, we just recently bought it, maybe a couple months ago, and then it was $410 per share, but now it grew to 488. So 18%. But I wish that I bought it a long time ago, because it was like much cheaper, obviously. And then pandemic hit, and then the movie theater like is shut off and then shut down, and then people started to watch Netflix, and a lot of filmmakers are making through Netflix, making movie from Netflix, and so many movies are coming out from Netflix TV series. So it's a hot stock to buy, and I think it's very promising. The analysis is 6.5 is neutral, so it's not like bullish, but it's still, I think it's a hot promising stock to own. The next one, hold on a second. So if I can see a little bit of analysis of Netflix, let me tell you. So again, this is not a dividend stock. I wish it was, but it's not. And then the equity summary score 6.5, and then right now it is $215 billion market capitalization, and then 8,600 people work there. I feel like there are more people. It's based in Los Gatos, California. So Netflix, again, the symbol is NFLX. The next one that I really love is Nvidia. So Nvidia is a computer, like IT company based in California also, and Nvidia grew so much. And I was doing some research, and then I just ran into this company. I don't know much about it, but it had a really good analysis. And then whenever I do research, I just like Google like what's like top 10 stocks to buy in 2020 or 2021, whatever the year that you are in. And usually you can see a lot of articles or the YouTube video. Again, I am not a financial advisor or anything. This is completely my personal experience, so don't like take it as like don't take me as like somebody like knows everything. No, I don't know much. I'm just like a nerd, like trying to analyze and then try to survive. But anyways, the now Nvidia, so the symbol is NVDA. So Nvidia is a company that is equity summary score 9.1, very bullish. So 9.1, and then the highlight of the company is right now is $324 billion. And then it said Nvidia Corporation operates as a visual computing company worldwide. it operates in two segments, GPU and then Tegra processor. I have no idea what those are, but it's very promising. And then again, this is dividend. Actually, this one is a dividend stock. And the dividend stock, the employee count is about 13,000 people work there. And then right now, the dividend yield annualized is 0.12, so 12%, and then it's $0.16. And then, so when I bought the Nvidia, so the again symbol is NVDA, it was $165, but now it's 523.51, so it gained 216%. So Nvidia is hot stock. It's very bullish, so I recommend it a lot. So again, the symbol is NVDA, and then I will put information of all the symbols in the description below, so you can go over. But anyway, so the next one I have is SIRI. So SIRI, sorry, the symbol is SIRI, Sirius XM. So Sirius XM is bearish. It's not doing well in terms of the equity summary score. It's 2.2. It's pretty low, but when I bought the Sirius XM, it was it was $5, 504, but now it's 642, so it's not so much gain. It's 27%. So I think this is the bottom list to own, but just to give you my portfolio of the 10 stocks that I own. I think I could do better. Maybe I would like sell it, but it's Sirius XM is up $27.5 billion company, and it's based in New York, and then it's about 4,534 employees. And this one is actually dividend stock, and it's yield annually 0.91%, and then dividend is 0.014. So anyways, it's not that much, but always research dividend stock that I recommend. And then the last one, the 10th one that I have is Zoom. And then Zoom is ZM, and I wish that I bought it before the pandemic, for when it was like $100 or less. But now it jumped up to $400, 400s, but we just literally got it like 2-3 days ago, and it was $418, but now it's like even a few days it grew to $439, so it's already grew a lot. So anyways, this is not a dividend stock, and then the symbol is ZM, like Zoom is ZM. So obviously the pandemic hit, and then all the schools, like they're using Zoom, and then all the company meeting, and I got introduced to Zoom like maybe a few years ago from friends who was living in Spain, and then I didn't know anything about Zoom, so I'm like, what is that? But now everyone knows Zoom, and it's Zoom video communication. It's very bullish according to the equity summary score on Fidelity. And then the company research shows the Zoom is $125 billion company, and it's based in San Jose, California. Then the employee count is 2,532 people work there. I feel like Zoom, like there's more people working there. It's not dividend stock, but anyways, it's growing crazy. When you see the analyst chart, it's just like crazy. In the past 2 years, it's just like jumped like so much, 600%. It's just crazy amount. And then even if everything settles and then get back to normal life after the pandemic is over, hopefully it's over. And then I don't think the Zoom will disappear, because people got like really used to it, and I think a lot of companies are realizing that like people who thought like they have to do it in person, but they can do it a lot on Zoom, and then they don't have to pay rent and stuff. So you know what, Zoom is, I think, legit. It's ZM, the symbol is ZM, and again it's very bullish. So I definitely recommend it. And the last one, so that's the 10 stocks. Again, it's Apple, Disney, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Match Group, Netflix, Nvidia, and Sirius XM. It's SIRI, and it's Zoom. And that's the 10 that I have portfolio. It's all gain, it's all green. And I did the research. And then what I try to do is when it's red, when it's not gaining, when it's losing, I try to sell them all. I don't do stop, but like, when it's like constantly like, seeing red, then I just like, sell them. So make sure my portfolio is all green and then all growing pretty good. Now, my neighbor who passed away, lovely neighbor, Bobby, he was a stockbroker in Wall Street. And so before he passed about 2-3 years ago, when I was telling him about custodial account and investment a little bit, he told me to buy this specific mutual fund. And then he, again, was a stockbroker. So I bought a bunch of this mutual fund. So I want to tell you about the mutual fund. It's called FSCSX. It's FSCSX, and it's managed by Ali Khan. And Ali has managed a lot of mutual fund in the past, and then he's doing really, really good. Right now, when we bought it, it was $17, and then but now it's $25. So it's steady growth, but for the mutual fund, it's like gaining a lot. And then I've never seen FSCX goes down. So it's always up. So the top. So let me show you that. Let me see. The FSCX. Again, this is a mutual fund. It's Fidelity Select Software and IT Service. That's the name of it. But the symbol is FSCSX, and it's hardest mutual fund. I know a lot of people use Robinhood or Stash on like the smartphone, but this mutual fund, I don't think you can buy mutual fund on Robinhood. I might be mistaken, but when you go to fidelity.com, you can, if you don't have the account, you can just easily open an account by selecting brokerage account and individual, and then so the mutual fund, any mutual fund you buy, you start with $2,500. So as long as you have $2,500 invested in FSCSX, whatever the mutual fund, but then after you own it, then you can select the mutual fund that you own when you buy, when you trade, and then you can put $10, $20, whatever the money, like even like dollar after $2,500. And I was researching and then watching some YouTube video, and then some people said index fund is good, but I tried to buy index fund, but it wasn't growing as strong or as fast. It was not gaining as fast as the FSCX that I own, and it's a mutual fund again. So FSCX is a bucket of like an IT company, but the details, the top holdings, which is about 61% of the portfolio, let me tell you. So one is Microsoft, Visa, Adobe, Salesforce.com, Master, PayPal, Google, and then it said Cognizant Tech Solution, I don't know what that is, and then Autodesk Inc., I don't know what that is, but Oracle. Oracle is actually, I think the headquarters in Massachusetts. I might be wrong, but I've seen their office. But anyways, so FSCSX, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, FSCSX, 5 letters. That it's the symbol of the mutual fund. Again, you can start from $2,500 and then put more. So those are the portfolios. I have 10 really good, strong stocks, and then most of them are bullish. And 5 of them, 50% of the stocks that I own is dividend stocks. So I encourage you to own dividend stocks. But again, even if it's not the dividend stocks such as Facebook, Google, those are really good. Again, my favorite is Match.com, Match Group. It's not Match.com, Match Group. It's MTCH is the symbol. So I hope this video was helpful. And then when you do the research, again, this is just my personal video, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, but I've been doing this since 2004 or 5, and then recently I met with my financial advisor, and then he's like, who did this portfolio? And I said, me. So he was pretty impressed with my portfolio, and so as the Fidelity staff, actually portfolio manager that I spoke with on the phone, I'm like, who is doing this for you? I'm like, me. So anyways, I think I'm doing pretty good in terms of the research. And then again, when you're buying the stock, you have to kind of see, definitely don't buy bearish one, bullish one, watch for the bullish one, and then dividend stocks are hot. So anyways, listen to your instinct, and then see the analysis, and then just time against decision. I would say if you see something that you like, buy it today. So we'll see how it goes. Good luck.